All right, everyone. Good evening. Welcome to the UMW Esports channel. My name is Morgan, also known as Zimena online. Tonight we got some very fun Friday Night Rocket League in store for you. We're going to have the first series in play tonight. We're going to have our Rocket League B squad take on Mount Aloysius Blue. And then we're going to have later our UMW A squad taking on Howard Community College's Dragons. Tonight, we're just going to get started with our B squad. So let's take a look at them right now. We got the one, the only Scurvy, one of the offensive extraordinaires, flexing over. We got Glupstenko, our boy Drew, our more all-around defense specialist. And then we got recent birthday boy, Trill Vander. I believe it was his birthday on Wednesday, and he recently celebrated that. So hopefully we get those good vibes from Trill Vander's birthday into this wonderful way to wrap up the week, and actually the wonderful way to wrap up the first half of the semester here in the UMW side of things. So here's some preseason stats from our B squad. As you can see, Ryan M. Scurby, you can see he was more of that offensive player, and then we see both Ryan V and Drew Glupstenko and Trovander kind of switching back and forth, doing their thing, saving and also setting up Scurby for that offensive play. So hopefully we keep that same play style as we take on Mount Aloysius tonight. Last week, we actually had our first ever in-person matchup. So we had our lovely friends over from Randolph-Macon College over by the Front Royal area come on over to our campus here at UMW and actually play in the arena with us for the first time. So it's actually become an esports arena with some showdowns. So that was a very fun first-time opportunity. We could see everyone's face cams, and actually I got to bump into the Randolph-Macon crew. I was helping out at EagleCon. That happened the next day, and they were all cool dudes and very wonderful coach, and they were just very much a wonderful guest to have here in the UMW Esports Arena. Here's hoping we can do that much more throughout the season. But for now, we're going to go into break until the game starts as we keep setting up as we have Mount Aloysius hosting for us. We'll catch you in a sec. All right, folks, welcome back. Let's get into the action here with Mount Aloysius College. We'll call him Mac. Mac Blue against UMW Squad. So we have a nice blue and white palette here as we get into the first round here of the best of 5 series, week 3 in NECC. All right, we have a sort of even kickoff that is more Mount Aloysius favored, but we do have that good defense there from the UMW offense, and Skirby is forcing it back towards the center there. Some more corner play. Very quick to start off here in this game. People are pulling out, not everything out of the cards yet, but people are, Mount Aloysius Blue in particular, going a bit more aggressive, trying to get those points early so they can get a good lead set up here against the UMWB squad. However, we're just kind of shutting that down. Nothing's really oh wow, very open there from birthday week, belated birthday boy Trilvander. Let's see that one more time. So we had Drew forcing it over to the Aloysius side, and then Mac was just very much overextended towards that UMW side, so they couldn't really boost back and go on the defense. Let's see. All right, so that was more UMW favored. Almost a self goal there. But Rare Hybrid does force that back. Is facing down with Skirby, though. Skirby did have a good aerial there. As MJS brings that over. So we just keep seeing, honestly, a bunch of these sort of goal attempts from Mac that aren't really fully going through that there, as we do have an aerial attempt from Trilvander, but Glupstanko just a little bit off to the left there. We're using usernames so we don't confuse the Ryans if you're new to the program. So a little bit of a mix-up there, a bit of a double touch, unfortunate, kind of slowing down the groove, but oh, very good save there from Trilvander there. It looked almost open and straight in by MJS, but the UMWB squad easily just took that out. The pressure is still kicking up there from Mac as the ball is still within the UMW side of the field. But as I was saying before, UMW is just easily shutting things down. They're not letting Mac play the game the way they want to, which is kind of one of those good things about the UMW squad in general. They allow, if they get a good, very good save as the ball. That was very close to being a bad situation. But the good thing with both of the UMW squads in particular is that they both, once they get their groove going and once they set it up, they make it very hard for the other team to play the game that they want to. They're very good at shutting things down. Ooh, first demo of the game onto Skirby. It's going to be a good quick reset, though, for Skirby going onto the side to help out on defense, so that's not as much of an issue. Ooh, very open. Mac is overextended, but they do have 2 sprinting back. Much better reset from Mac this time. And then Trilvander does set up for a center attempt there, but not quite getting anything. And Skirby doesn't quite have the boost to set it, but nice. Skirby does set up a good angle, and Drew does come in, sweeping in, saving the day there. Good ground angle. Actually, Noah kind of boops it back and sets it up in a reverse alley-oop for Drew there. So there's some very clean stuff at play here from the UMWB squad. It's a good momentum from them. And they're going to play their game. They're not going to let Mount Aloysius play at all. They're this very scrappy kickoff there as well. All right. Noah does get that aerial. Oh, unfortunately, Drew was just not high enough there and does get frozen by the goal there. But UMW does have that 2-1 lead. Not a lot of time on the clock, so they both teams have to take that into account. It is a 1-goal lead, only less than 2 minutes here on the clock. So UMW cannot just let this be a huge setback. Ooh, just a little bit off to the right there on that goal attempt from Trilvander. UMW is keeping up that pressure so they can make a more comfortable lead. Oh, and Mount Aloysius thought they had a good attempt there, but it was just a little bit off to the side as well. Now we're getting to the point of the game, the late game, where things get a little bit scrappier if things are closer. A little bit frantic. Oh, very close there from Trillvander, but Rare Hybrid does block that out of the way. Drew is back on a defensive posture, so Trillvander doesn't really have to reset that much since there's a good card distribution. Unfortunate there. Good save by Rare Hybrid as well. But UMW is just keeping it up. They're trying to keep going with their goal attempt. Drew just misses, unfortunately, on that goal attempt there, but Skirby is there to save the day to get the defense. There was a demo. I couldn't quite see, unfortunately, who it was, but it wasn't a big enough demo to sort of create a numbers advantage to see what's going on. There is 30 seconds left on the clock. Just a little bit high there from Trillvander, but Mount Aloysius is sweating now. They got to get this tie to either force an overtime or they just have to drop this first game in the series. It is on the UMW side of the field, so Mount Aloysius is playing aggressively with 10 seconds left on the clock, but Drew is forcing it towards the center. 5. Oh, and I think that's going to... Ooh, can we get another goal? We won't, but that was a very good first round there from UMWB's squad. GG's all around. Clean stuff overall. Not really a sort of fast game, so maybe we're just getting the vibes going, we're getting the flow going, that we're warming up. I think if UMW Blue keeps that sort of play up, I think there's going to be a good series. Mount Aloysius, I think that first overextension kind of bit them, but they did clean it up a lot more towards the latter half of the game. Oh, technical difficulties as we do get that second game going. All right. It is a Aloysius favored kickoff, a MAC favored kickoff, but UMW does force it back. Doesn't look like anyone is setting up on that goal there as MJS tries to force it back, but Drew, just a little bit off to the left there as UMW has to reset. It is a demo onto one of Mount Aloysius, so it does kind of slow things down a bit there. I believe it was MJS that got demoed. Rare Hybrid, big aerial block there, as Trillvander's been doing a lot of the offense work this time. Trying to go for a goal there, just booped out of the way by Noah. And then Trillvander does stop the kickback towards the UMW side. It is a demo onto Skirby, but it is a quick reset, so it's not as big of a deal because it is towards the UMW side. Very good stop there by Drew. They saw the aerial sort of attempt there to just calm down, stay put, and let UMW get possession of the ball. Trillvander tried to go for a little dribble round there, and then Drew tried again, but both attempts were shut down there by Mac. A bit of a scrap there by Skirby to get the ball back, and then the UMWB side is just ready to back up. We're both squads, we're seeing them group together a lot in either the full group of 3 or pairs of 2. Very important type of play there. You can't really have a thing where there is a distribution of cars on the field that makes it too thin. Because a car is just a car in Rocket League, and their hitbox is so big against the big ball of Rocket League. So one of the key things teams have to look out for, how they distribute their resources, how they use their boost, and how they can use that to move the ball around and get those awkwardly angled goals so it's hard to defend those. As we see UMW now on the offense here, on the in the offense here. Ball did go back to UMW side as Mount Aloysius did bounce back. Rare Hybrid trying to go for a goal attempt, and MJS is just a little bit off to that right there. A little bit scrappy from Noah and Skirby. No biggie, though, as the ball is bouncing around. things are slowing down a bit. Drew trying to push for something, and then the ball is now onto Vander, but it looks like a little bit of a solo effort as Rare Hybrid forces it back. All right. Oh, just a little bit off to the right there. If it was aimed just right, it would have been a great goal since Mount Aloysius was all towards that UMW side of the field without much defense. Looking fairly open, but MJS does snatch that away. This is a much slower game. Nothing's happened in terms of goals, and there's 1:30 left on the clock. Oh, but as I say that, Trillvander gets a wonderful score. It was a little bit far, so let's just take a quick look. Aerial boost setup. Oh, a miss dodge or a miss flip there by Noah. A little bit too, I believe it was a lower sort of roll that Noah had there. Needed to go high. Very favorable scrum. Oh my gosh. Birthday Man is on a roll here. Straight out from the kickoff. Kip off. Turns away. Michael Bay style explosion here. Action movie star Trillvander here getting 2 goals in the game in less than 10 seconds. So maybe that was and then MJS's Mac goes no you. So this is turning into an Uno game of goals, to say the least. So things, it is going to be favored, but things probably got to dial it back because there is still time on the clock. So maybe some resets of switch of kickoff, things can happen there. Very interesting 1-2 punch there from both teams. It almost seemed too free, to be honest, like suspiciously free. And I'm not sure how or why, but it was amusing to see nonetheless. All right, now things, very quick tie-up from Mac. They just kept that momentum going. A little bit of a missed rebound and a little bit of a missed block there from Drew and then Skirby. Just a little bit of off-angle plays with the hitbox as the game is tied with less than a minute to go. UMW favorite kickoff. Trillvander is going on that offense now, but Noah does go for that big rebound to sort of shut things down. Ooh, big demo onto Noah from Trillvander there. Skirby is going to go on the offense, trying to set something up. Up into the air. Trillvander going to keep that thing, that offense going, while Skirby tries to get more boost. Oh, very clean alley-oop there set up by Drew. Let's take a quick look. Bounce up. Very quick corner to get into the angle, and then Rare Hybrid, which is a little bit late. So UMW has the lead with 30 seconds left. It is not quite over yet, though, because of these quick goals that we've been seeing in this game. Oh my gosh.
Let's go.
He gets it's another open one. What's going on here? It's it's insane. Drew's on the board. And Mount Aloysius just kind of goes full send into that kickoff with no defense. All right, is someone going to fall back this time for Mount Aloysius? Yes, we do see Rare Hybrid fall back. All right, so maybe that was going a big swoop in there, a little grasp of the talons per se of the ball. Very, very good patience there from the defense as Glupstenko is dribbling it down, is in the corner, 10 seconds left. A little bit of a double touch there on Fort, but there's 6 seconds left on the clock with a 2-point lead. One more shot here. Ball possession just... And then UMW Blue is up 2-0 in the series. One more, and it's a clean sweep against Mount Aloysius College. That's very, very interesting game, to say the least. Still slower paced as like the first one, but the goals there, mixed feelings, honestly. Amusing, but also like strategically interesting, to say the least. Kickoffs are a bit odd with those open goals, so people going full send is probably not the option there for kickoff. Probably need at least someone to fall back, 1 or 2 to fall back and get the rebound in case you lose that kickoff. So I guess going full send there is, I I think it was kind of one of those follies from both sides, but I did see it a little bit more with the Mount Aloysius as they did give up a lot more open goals. As we do get into Game 3, match point, UMW favored. Very quick and clean start there from UMWB, kind of making Max scramble a bit. And they're just not letting Mac get the ball out into the field. They keep cycling cars through. Thank you for your redemption, Buggy Wuggy Woo. I believe that is our beloved broadcast captain. I'm not quite sure, but I believe it is. It's just a continuous cycle we see from UMWB here. Switching and sliding. We have at least one car is resetting their boost, while one or two are forcing the offense. Oh, it is! Hi, Bridget! Thank you again! I had to confirm my suspicions. But yeah, the cycle offense went very well. And then, again, a goal there from Drew as they kind of baited Mac there to get overextended again, and no one could really boost their way back. Noah was just late there. They did get a demo, but they were just very late on their retreat back. So they just baited Mac College there to go to the wrong side of the field and then just quickly steal the ball back and get that goal from Drew. A little bit of a miss there from Skirby. No big deal. Big touch. Just hitting the crossbar now as they shut down that attempt from Drew. Skirby doing some Skirby-esque work there. That ball was just all his. He took it from MJS. It's a quick boop with the snoot, and then it just goes straight into the goal. UMW is up 2-0, 3:30 on the clock. Very quick game now, but as I always preach, there still is patience even with good momentums. Skirby is the... Oh! And then we do see that sort of... That touch from Trill Vander was just straight up, and then Drew was off to the side a bit. Drew was a bit far away, and Skirby was too, kind of leaving Trill Vander out to dry. All good, though. Even kickoff, 2-1 lead. Very clean or quick aggro from Globstenko there. A little bit. It is saved by Max MJS, though. And UMW does reset for the Mac attempt. The ball just didn't really have enough of momentum. Rare Hybrid did get a good angle, just the ball wasn't moving fast enough for... it was easily telegraphed by UMW defense. Oh, but then the extension again, the kind of bait and switch from Mac there. And I believe... Oh, there is plenty of... a good bit of boost there. And I guess... Yeah, people were just too far away and couldn't get to the ball in time. So it is 2-2, 2:49 on the clock. So things just kind of got to chill out a bit from either side. The momentum is now Mac favored. Cars just kind of sticking. Oh, wow. Physics just stopped right there. Both sides gotta think a lot about how they want to do this, because any mistake will cost them the round. And if Mount Aloysius messes up, that's going to cost them the game. It is a good score there on the Trill Vander. Trill Vander kind of wins out from that quick ball-stopping scrum. Oh, wow. They just all went full send there into that touch, and no one was able to pop up because of the hitboxes. So UMW is up by 1, 2:15 on the clock. Good stop there to try and avoid the double touch. Unfortunately, a bit of a self goal there from Skirby. Yeah, just waited a bit too long. I am hearing there's still the squad over in the arena still staying zen and comms. Good vibes still. So they're not getting worked up by the small thing. They still have time. And they do have the match point. They do have a big advantage, so they're sitting very comfortable right now. That doesn't mean they can play dirty, but they're in a decent spot. Drew does try and set up here a goal attempt, but it is shut down by MJS. And then MJS tries to scoot it back for Rare Hybrid. I think Rare Hybrid just ran out of boost there. Couldn't really keep that good touch going. Ooh, Scurby a little bit low there, but it is saved by Trovander. Very clutch there. And the goal attempt by Mount Aloysius. And then MJS is just a bit high, and Noah can't really get it either. Rare Hybrid is just a little bit off to the left. So Mount Aloysius is bringing in the pressure now, but they're not really aiming right, unfortunately. MJS is trying to get a long aerial sort of attempt there. Oh, and it is enough to set up for Noah there on the max squad. Very long aerial. Rebound off the side. Then Noah jumps up and then pushes it forward into the goal. 4-3, Mount Aloysius favored, not flavored. 1 minute 7 on the clock here. Ooh, big demo on Scurby, but Scurby will be reset on the UMW side, so they're, numbers very scrappy there. A couple of big demos, but UMW was going to respawn on that side anyway, so they could come in quick after about 3 seconds or so. Very forward play by Mount Aloysius. They are having Rare Hybrid stay back, though, so they don't fully open it up. And then it's UMW's possession for a moment, and then they do scrap. 30 seconds left on the clock. UMW has to get possession and try and get another goal or force a little bit of a miracle chance with their possession. This is a demo onto Scurby, so a little bit of a numbers disadvantage on the offense attempt there. 10 seconds left on the clock. Ooh, just too high there from Mount Aloysius. Oh, and then Rare Hybrid does get that last sort of shot in. So it is 5-3 with 4 seconds on the clock. So it's looking like Mount Aloysius will have the for the third game. 3, 2, 1. Yep. Little bit of a miracle chance. All right, Mac Blue will get that round, but UMW still is up 2-1. So they might have to recalculate some things, but it's still pretty comfortable. It is still match point for UMW Blue in the showdown. Very fun stuff. More measured, not as high octane or scrappy as I've seen some games from UMWB before, but overall it's been some very clean stuff. Not a lot of double touches, just some boost management needing to be done and some timing that's got to come back in their defense. So let's get all set up for this fourth game. Let's see if UMWB can close it out or if Mac Blue will try and force that game 5. Alrighty, game 4. 5 minutes on the clock. Alright, Mac did get that kickoff, but UMW is ready to get that rebound. Ooh, but it's pretty open though. Ooh, just a little bit off to the side there. Rare Hybrid does go for an attempt there. Drew is very easily able to pop up and block it. Bit forward and low in the... Oh, just a little bit too late on that drop there. So MJS kind of dribbled it up, used the corner there to boop it forward, and then Rare Hybrid pushing it as I believe Drew was a bit off to the side to not quite get the touch save there. 4:34 on the clock, 1-0. Mount Aloysius, still very early in the game. We are seeing Mount Aloysius play a lot more aggressive now, trying force UMW to play what they want to play. Oh, wow. And then Noah, this kind of same sort of thing, riding the side with the ball, coming up. And then that rebound there was just not quite enough to force the ball away. So 2-0 now with less than a minute drained from the clock. So it's still very early on, but it's being quite a quick game here. Maybe Mount Aloysius is very interested in trying to force this reverse game here and to force the match 5. Another goal again by Noah. Let's take a quick look. It seems like UMWB is getting a little bit overwhelmed. Drew was trying to get into the goal there, but both Skirby and Trollvander were just a little bit too far away, so maybe some kickoffs things need to be rearranged. Maybe more people need to stay back. Much better kickoff this time on the UMW side. A bit of a reset. This ball does go towards the UMW once more. Demo there onto Trollvander. Oh, unfortunate. The ball just bounces out of the goal there and then hits the crossbar from Mount Aloysius as UMW fully resets on the defense. Trollvander now, unfortunately, does miss there, and Skirby too. So the offense there is kind of shut down. They both missed the ball. Drew is now forcing it back. If Trollvander can get possession. Oh, Skirby will. And Skirby gets a good enough angle, and then the touch from Noah flips back and kind of forces a self-goal there as UMW gets the first point of the game, of their first point. 3:20 on the clock. All right. Good kickoff there by UMW. A bit of a miss there, I believe, from Trollvander, but it didn't really cause too much trouble. Very clear opening there for a Rare Hybrid, but Drew easily catches that out. And then Noah scraps a bit with Skirby to shut that attempt down. Oh, unfortunate. Trollvander just didn't have a high enough jump to get that attempt from Rare Hybrid, as Rare Hybrid was just flying to get that touch. A little bit of a lead or self-touch by Trollvander into the goal too, so a bit unfortunate. 4-1, Mount Aloysius, 3 minutes left on the clock. It isn't sealed away yet. It's just got to clean up a bit, as there is a big demo on Skirby, but Drew does force it away, albeit for a short time, as Skirby does respawn. I'm not sure what's going on. There's been a bunch of ball missed touches from UMW, so timing may be a little bit off. Boost economy might be a little bit off, as Mount Aloysius has been kicking up the offense by like 10 notches. NJS is going for an attempt here, is a bit too high, and then Trollvander just waits and pushes the ball back with the help of Drew. Noah is going for attempt, but there is a good reset by Trollvander, so that shuts it down. And then there is an opening here, possibly for UMW to take the ball. Skirby flying from across the field to get some offense here. But the ball does go back to UMW. A little bit of a scrap. Missed timing there from Mount Aloysius as Drew is dribbling. Kind of open here, but it is blocked away by Rare Hybrid. Trollvander is keeping it going, but Rare Hybrid does force it off to the side. And kind of forces Skirby to go back to the UMW side of the field. And Noah there, just mad with these goals. Let's take a quick look as to how that exactly happened. From across the MAC side of the field. Oh, it's just very clean angle there and wasn't really able to be blocked. 5-1 now, Mount Aloysius, 1:35 on the clock. Oh, very good dribble type attempt there from, I believe, Skirby and Trovander. Not quite getting it, though. Oh, a bit missed there, too, by Drew to try and get that goal attempt, but nothing's coming out of it. As Mac tries to take the ball to the UMW side of the field now. One minute is left on the clock now, with MJS trying to get that long aerial dribble that they did the first time. Oh, good save there by Skirby. Very almost open-looking attempt there by Rare Hybrid, but not quite getting it, unfortunately. But UMW is kicking it up, trying to force the ball back to the Mac side of the field, not letting Mac do their thing. MJS does miss that dribble, so that does give Skirby an opportunity to pop the ball up. 30 seconds left on the clock. Let's see if UMW can try and do anything. Hey! Popping up. And then Rare Hybrid just gets that goal again. I believe there wasn't enough boost there from Skirby to try and block anything. You just had... Oh, yeah. He didn't have any boost at all, unfortunately. To get that block there. So it is 6-1. Mount Aloysius with 16 on the clock. Trovander trying to get that offense going to set up Drew possibly. Unfortunately misses with 10 seconds left on the clock. Skirby for another setup. MJS blocks it out of the way, but Drew gets a good shot in from that rebound on MJS. 6-2, 3 on the clock. So unfortunately, UMW will not will have to deal with the game 5. Mount Aloysius will force the game 5. Very spicy, if I do say, going into the game 5 in the series. But let's see how this turns out for UMW. There's one more chance here for UMW to get something. Will they get it? It doesn't look like it, as Mount Aloysius Blue will get the game 5 forced. Very interesting. They gotta, both sides gotta keep their cool, like the blue they have in both their team names. They just gotta reset, play well. Can Mount Aloysius do the reverse sweep, or will UMW hold strong? We'll take a look in just a few moments, but this was a very aggressive sort of game, especially for Mount Aloysius, so UMWB sort of had to react more than be proactive, unlike the first few games. All right, we're seeing MJS now. Ooh, all right. Good reset there by UMW after the offense attempt from kickoff. And UMW is just kicking up that offense with a very open goal there. Maybe there was not enough boost from Noah or something, but Trillvander just popped it over, and there's no really possible reaction from Noah there. So UMW is up 1-0, 4:34 on the clock. See, this is a much better kickoff. We see the better distribution of cars. No people are... There isn't a full extension. It isn't an open goal, as Mount Aloysius has to react now. UMW resets, stops that attempt from MJS. Ooh, 2 demos, 1 per side. So Mount Aloysius kind of has their offense shut down there. And some touches were a little bit awkward, kind of slowing the ball's momentum, not really going anywhere. Skirby with an aerial angle, but Noah does see it, telegraphed, and does block. Trillvander trying to keep that offense going, though, but he has kind of been thrown around. MJS flying as usual. For a hybrid, trying to set something up, but it is on the corner, unfortunately. Oh, wow. Look, that was an awkward rebound there from the Trillvander touch. Let's take a look. Very acute angle, and I think it just was easy enough for Noah to just kind of chuck that in there. So it is tied 1-1, 3:41 on the clock. Much better kickoffs from UMW this time, as we see. But they are having to retreat back as Rare Hybrid did take the ball. Flying so slowly, but the ball is taken by no one. No, it's by Skirby. UMW is keeping the momentum. Oh, very interesting. Ball momentum stops. MJS is dribbling. Trill Vander does stop that, though, and Skirby... Ooh, big demo onto Drew, but he can reset easily. A little bit... Oh, wow, it is quite... I thought it was a bit too high, and it was looking to hit the crossbar, but it falls just at the right spot, and Drew unfortunately missed the touch there. So it is 2-1. Mac favored. 3 minutes still on the clock, so it's not quite sealed away. Drew trying to set up for a goal attempt there, and then MJS forcing something back. Trillvander says no to that. Camera wasn't really on our side there, so let's just take a quick look. Rebound from Rare Hybrid does get foiled by Glupstango, and just a quick side turn of the car gets a good angle in there towards the goal. Tied up now, 2:48. Very tense, very spicy, very close. Rare Hybrid doesn't have a good touch there, a little bit backward, but they do keep dribbling well. And pass to Noah. Trillvander does get a good block there to keep the ball on the Mac side of the field. And then Drew does it again as Skirby is behind enemy lines as always. Boost reset. Oh, that was lucky. I believe if there wasn't enough boost by Skirby, it probably would have missed into a goal there for Mac. Ooh, and fort there from Drew, missing that touch. But Skirby is there to receive it and try and send it back to the Mac side. Right. Don't think the jumps were really working there from Trillvander. And then I think, oh yeah, Skirby just was too far forward with the momentum. Couldn't really pop up. Let's take a look here. Demo on to Skirby. But the ball is on the Mount Aloysius side. So Mount Aloysius can't really do much with that. Noah does dribble forward. Skirby does say no. And Skirby's going to keep that offense going. Rare Hybrid does force it out of the way, but it does go straight into Trillvander's chassis. As Drew tries to... Ooh, big demo from Skirby. Very wonderful work. Rebound by Drew. To force the ball back towards Mount Aloysius. Big cross-field hit from Trillvander, and Drew keeps it going. Pops up. Drew won that one-on-one. Oh, that was a very scrappy attempt there. It's just too many cars all at once. UMW is overextended. And Noah has an open goal. 53 seconds left on the clock. 4-2, Mount Aloysius. It's just some awkward car distribution there. And there wasn't enough ability to reset. Mount Aloysius is kicking it up again. Just a little bit off to the right from MJS there. As Trillvander does force the ball back for at least a few seconds. A little bit awkward there, stopping the ball movement. Skirby. Drew can set up for Trillvander here. Very open looking. Noah is there from Mount Aloysius to bring the ball back, but there was a chance. Ooh, Drew is demoed. Does respawn in probably the best spot he coulda, as he picks up the ball, brings it over to Mount Aloysius' side. Ball's up in the air. Skirby or Trillvander could go for a score here. 5 seconds. Can Drew get it? No, he misses. MJS has the ball. and just carries it to the goal as Mount Aloysius College sweeps scores 5-2, and they reverse sweep the series 3-2. Very interesting stuff from either side here. Mount Aloysius just very easily learned the play style from UMW Blue here. Regardless, GG's all around. Very fun stuff. And I think UMW Blue can learn a lot from Mount Aloysius side. Don't take first impressions of games so seriously, because they might come back, be a little sneaky. GG's all around from both blue squads, and we'll be back to take on Howard Community College Dragons from the A squad. So we'll see you at 7 p.m. See ya. All right, folks. Sorry about that wait there, but we're back. We're going to see UMWA take on the Howard Community College Dragons. Ooh. But with that being said, let's introduce our A squad. The trio of team captain Matutu, also known as Matt, on our UMW squad here. We have Eric DeFest. He changed his name. He used to be Irk. But we have Eric back, and then we have King Julian or Garrett on our A squad here. So there was some very fun, clean stuff last time in their last game. They are currently 2-0. They did have a reverse sweep in their last game, so that was fun to see. I heard the chat blow up each time in our Discord server, as I was committed to other things and rusting up a bit. But we're gonna see now the Eagles versus Dragons take in another hopefully wonderfully fun match. We got a little bit. Oh, he does keep that username there. Eric does. So we're gonna have UMW on the orange side. And then on the Howard College side, we do have Jade Love, Skill Tech, and wow, very quick goal there. I can't even say the third driver's name, Newble, for Howard College side. So very big sort of slowdown there. Very awkward kickoff from the Howard side. I believe Jade Love just flew up and couldn't really do anything with that. And I think it was kind of an overextension there from Howard. Newble does dribble. Pop up from Matt. And then Jade Love retorts with a defense. Garrett does get demoed. Eric is keeping it going, though, with Matt there to back up. Garrett third on the play. Jade Love dribbling as UMW resets for defense. I believe Skill Tech there unfortunately just misses that touch to try and get for a goal there. Matt's pushing it forward. Jade Love does stop it, but Eric does keep it going. Newble says no. UMW is keeping a good solid cycle going here in their... Oh, but Newble does force it back a little bit, stopping the vibes. Oh! Oh, there we go. That was such a tense moment. Just collective oh screaming around the arena. Matt misses, Eric misses, hits the corner, and then Garrett saving the day, hitting the corner there. Hitting the ball, sorry, to push it through to the goal. 4 minutes 3 on the clock. A squad is 2-0 already against Howard. Alright, it seems... Ooh, unfortunate there. Garrett had a good attempt there from the goal. Matt does save the day after Garrett does get demoed. And then both Newble and Jade Love were kind of in the goal and then flew forward and just kind of missed the ball entirely. So very quick and clean stuff as the ball keeps flying over the Howard College side. Matt's falling back. Eric does miss that touch a little bit, but there is a good save by Garrett there. So very good car distribution. Very good cycling. Boost is looking good on the cars too, as Newble does force it up. Garrett does scrap a little bit. Eric misses. But Matt is there to push it forward. He's only against Skill Tech. Skill Tech doesn't even hop up at all. He's just staying down on the ground, all four. Let's take a quick look. Look, Skill Tech, using a bunch of boost, probably ran out and couldn't just hop up and touch the ball. Very quick stuff here. 4-0 now on the A squad for UMW against Howard. Skill Tech trying to push that forward. Jade Love. Oh, it's kind of open here for Howard. Newble's falling back with a touch. Skill Tech does force it back. believe those are a little bit of a side comment I will make in a second, as I just see Garrett with a quick and easy score. Jade Love was the only one back there on the field, so there's an issue. Jade Love misses, and then Skill Tech and Newble are all far away. Thank you, Mount Aloysius friends. GG's as well. There are some fun plans here on the Virginia side. Our friends, both squads, are taking on a fun LAN tomorrow. I'll cover that more in detail. We also appreciate the good follow and the good vibes. So thank you very much for the very fun game. And good job to your squad over at the Mac Blue squad. I hope your games go as well too. Good vibes over there for y'all folks as well. Thank you again. As we do see Howard try and go for something again. Eric just a little bit too high. Matt on the corner there.
No, I was about to shine on him.
And then Garrett unfortunately does miss it, and I do hear his agonizing distress in in comms. It's not too distressful, but Matt is keeping that ball away. Skill Tech and I believe Newble did miss. No, it was J-Love. And as J-Love does get demoed, very quick pop-up from Eric. No one on Howard is touching at all, and UMW is up 6-0 now. Skill Tech was in the goal and just kind of hit it off to the side there to let Eric get that goal in. So 6-0 now. UMWA against Howard. With 1:40 left on the clock. Oh my gosh, that was a very close shot by Newble. It almost got in, but it just rode across the side. A little bit too high from that shot as well from Howard. As Garrett is dribbling, Skill Tech is missing, but Garrett also kind of loses track of a good dribble as well. And then the attempt there by J-Love is just a little bit too high on the bounce. But Skill Tech does rebound and does get that cosmic goal in. So it bounces, but Skill Tech just kind of just pushed it forward after that very strong recovery. So it is 1-6 now, 1:09 on the clock. So if Howard Community College can get 5 goals in a minute, color me shocked, because I've never seen that happen in my life. Despite being a new viewer of Rocket League, I've never seen that happen, ever, as a new caster. A little bit off to the side there from Howard, but Newble's there to keep keeping it going. It probably looks a little bit desperate. There isn't much cycling. J-Love just kind of hung out there for a hot second before they went for the attempt, the shot there. Not quite sure what happened on Matt there. The ball just kind of rested over his head. He didn't really move forward and kind of just turned around. Once? You've seen it once, Bridget? Here? That's surprising. Or did you see it in, like, big leagues, like non-college? It was a Platt ranked, like, nuts in Platt? That's crazy. Well, props to your friend. As the game's been... Oh, feels bad. That could have been a 7th goal there for UMW A squad. But 6-1 win for this A squad. As we get ourselves set up for game 2. Sorry, I just had a quick lapse there. It has been an interesting long week. I can't wait for our... So on UMW, if you're not an Eagle, it is our spring break. Kind of technically now. I believe rest halls are starting to close up here and stuff like that. But I know a lot of athletes are doing different things over the break, I believe. Real life soccer, I think their men's squad is going to Costa Rica. I believe our men's basketball is going to California. We're going to Virginia Beach, Rocket League is. So they have some fun plans. I don't. I'm just going to be home with my family and my dogs as we get into game 2 of the series with a very UMW focused offense here, as Matt does have to fall back, and Eric too. So that kind of slows down and hits it. Demo onto Garrett, so nothing can really happen much now, as Skill Tech is kind of stuck in the corner and Eric shoves the ball out of the way. Good steal there from Garrett against Skill Tech, but Nooble just sweeps in and brings the ball towards the UMW side again. Much more aggressive play from Howard now. They're all sort of full send though. Skill Tech was the furthest one back, so he could reset for the rebound. Still a little bit open and overextended though. Let's see if Eric can do anything with it. Howard does manage to successfully reset. A little bit high from Matt. Eric pops up, and Matt's just a little bit off to the side as Garrett does get demoed. Alright, J Love's turn from Howard. Eric and J Love both missed that touch, interestingly enough. Very clean open mid. Oh, wait. There we go. Eric dribbled, missed the corner. Very low. Let's see. Corner, up. And then Eric just kind of had to fall back, and Matt stole that. So that's probably the closest thing to a kill steal we'll ever see in Rocket League. And I don't know why I brought that up, but it's interesting enough. That's probably the best analogy I could make as an FPS player. So J Love now is trying to push the ball back, but Matt and Garrett are both there to kind of go on the attack as Eric resets for some boost. Garrett does get a demo onto J Love. Skill Tech forcing the ball back a little bit too far off to the left there, but Nooble does score as the A squad, I believe. Yeah, Matt was up in the air. Garrett was still respawning, and Eric had to scramble back, but he couldn't in time. So it is 1-1, 3:07 on the clock. So about not quite halfway done, but time has trickled down. So a much slower game. Howard College is making sense. What's the UMW flavor? The UMWA flavor, per se. They're getting used to it, coming accustomed to it. Oh, and Fort there for a second. But J Love does recover that well from the corner shot by Skill Tech and boops that forward. That's kind of on Fort there as well. It bounces off of Garrett. So it could have been a good save, but Garrett just kind of didn't pop up. No problem, though. 2-1 now, 2:49 on the clock, as Matt and Eric start trying the dance that they usually do, but Nooble and J Love do shut that down. As Garrett does run out of boost, unfortunately, and Eric and Skill Tech kind of scramble for the ball as J Love dribbles back. Oh, very on Fort there from Garrett, same guy, but Nooble pops up. Garrett couldn't really squiggle forward to try and hit the ball. It was kind of a miss there. 3-1 now. Howard Community College Dragons are up. 2:26 left on the clock, so there's still plenty of time. It's not quite sealed away yet for any sort of tie-up or reversal. Big aerial from both Nooble and I believe Garrett. Very back and forth. Matt forcing it back. Eric does miss that touch to stop Skill Tech, but Garrett does save it. And a big demo from Eric as well, as Matt tries to set something up. J Love, a little bit awkward. And then it goes off to the left there. Matt goes for another attempt, but J Love does stop it. Skill Tech's a little bit too far up, but does come in just in time. I think there was a bit of a double touch issue on the UMWA side. As Garrett does fall back and gives Skill Tech popping it up, trying to keep it alive. Eric forcing it back now, and Matt there to stop any sort of ideas from festering. Nooble in the corner. Can't quite get any follow-up from the rest of the Howard squad. Skill check trying to set something up, but Matt forces it back. Big demo from Garrett. It's UMW favored now. Can Matt get a goal here? Just rebounds, and Skill Tech forces it back. A bit unfortunate there, as UMW has to reset as the ball goes back to their side. Attempt stopped by Skill Tech. Matt popping up, trying to set something up, but Nooble says no. Eric, can he set something up? Not quite, as Matt has to reset. Eric is keeping it up, though. Skill Tech, though, bringing it up for a possible setup, but I believe there is just not enough boost. Matt on 50 boost. Eric trying to get some ball movement up in the air. And Nooble tries to go for something to probably help out J-Love, but there's nothing happening there. Eric, good save. Matt misses, but the ball is forced towards the Howard side. Can J-Love get a big field shot? No, as Matt dives forward. Demo onto J-Love. Game is technically done. And then Howard Community College get Howard Community College go up 1-1 in the series. I believe I know who this is in chat. Thank you for watching again, for your support. We do have to do some technical adjustments. We're going to fix up the lobby a bit. I think there's a bit of lag. But we'll see you in just a sec as we get all of that squared away. sneak forward and try and attack again. Very big defense there. King Julian and Mad Love, or Jade Love, they're just squaring up. Garrett is having none of it, to say the least. Garrett will have none of Jade Love's stuff. Skill Tech is trying to pop up in the air, but no one else is there to help them. Jade Love does kind of aerial forward, fly forward. Ran out of boost, though, as Matt is forcing the ball away for a moment. And then Nooble does demo Eric. So UMW is forced to play a lot more defense now, as Nooble and Jade Love are fighting the ball back. Very good carry around the field from Nooble. Still kind of within Nooble's possession as Matt does force it back. Skill Tech doesn't really get an advantageous touch there, as Matt has a very open and easy goal with that very nice angle, to say the least. Pops up, boops forward. Skill Tech and Nooble are just too far behind, and just a little hit from the side will get that ball in. UMW gets their first score of the game, 2:17 on the clock. Howard still has the advantage. Alright. Matt and Garrett are on the offense now, seeing a lot more typical play from them, as Eric does fall back, and Matt is there to get the ball with him. Skill Tech just runs out of boost there to keep that aerial going. And then Jade Love kind of gets mixed up in the scrap, as the ball is with Garrett for a moment. And Matt will bring it back. Matt shuts down anything from Jade Love, and then Eric just misses, can't really get anything back. But nonetheless, UMW is keeping that offense going for some time. Goal attempt there by Matt, but it is saved by Nooble. Not a lot of boost on Garrett's side to try and get anything there. Skill Tech does have that dribble, but Eric with a very good recovery to force the ball back. Matt gets a demo onto Jade Love. Nooble stops any goal attempt, and Jade Love just misses out on possession of the ball. 1 minute remaining on the clock. Howard still has the point up. Looks a little open there. Skill Tech does get a touch in, but I feel like just a little too low and telegraphed, so Nooble can get that defense in. 44 seconds on the clock as the ball starts heading back towards the UMW side. Matt didn't have an advantageous touch there. A mutual trade of demos, so there is a number disadvantage on each side. 30 seconds remaining. Garrett gets demoed, but he also manages to score. So I only saw smoke in that. So Matt sets up on the side. Garrett pushes forward. And I don't know. I think Skill Tech probably just rolled off to the side and just missed, because I did not see Skill Tech at the end of that replay. So it is a tie game with 25 seconds left on the clock. I'm not quite sure how this will go. I won't call anything yet because I am a superstitious person and the caster's curse does exist. Eric, though, forcing the ball back. Kind of an open goal here, but a little bit too off to the side and a little too high, so Jade Love can just head on back. 10 seconds left on the clock. Matt tries to set something up, not quite getting that either. So we are going to get into overtime. So the ball, demo onto Matt. Yes, we're going into overtime. So sudden death. Whoever gets the goal will win this game, and the clock will go up for new folks. So as much time... I paused there because there was a very good goal attempt by Garrett, but he didn't quite get it. I believe Skill Tech just pushed it out away there. Demo onto Matt. So it's quick numbers disadvantage, and Garrett does get forced away, but Matt is back there waiting for anything Jade Love might do. Nooble kind of doesn't get an advantage on that touch. Garrett does have the ball. Skill Tech trying to set something up, but Matt steals it away. Very patient there. Good work. Oh, ball is forced on the UMW side. Kind of an open goal there. Not a lot of reset from Howard. They're a little bit overextended. Very open positions there from UMWA to take advantage of, but they can't just quite yet. Matt is out of boost. Very good clutch save by Eric there. Skill Tech had something going there, but it was just stopped. The ball went straight down. Can Garrett get something? No, he's a little bit off to the left. Possibly set something up. Nope, he gets demoed by Nooble. Eric spins out. Matt has a shot just a little bit too high and a little bit too telegraphed, so Skill Tech can't stop it from the Howard Dragons. Eric can keep something going. J-Love forcing it back. But Matt has possession of the ball, forces it down. We have 90 seconds passing in this overtime, and nothing has happened yet. It's just been a lot of back and forth, and no one's gotten a prime opportunity yet. Matt's squaring up against Skill Tech and J-Love. Eric does save it. Kind of open. Can Matt get anything? Garrett's demoed. Nooble stops it. And there has to be reset. J-Love is going for something. A bit off to the side, though. Matt gets it. Matt misses. But Garrett does come in for a goal attempt. Kind of keep that ball saved. Ooh, mutual trade of cars there. Eric takes out J-Love. Skill Tech takes out Garrett. And it's 2:23 on the clock. This is a tense overtime. Kind of open looking. Can Matt push it forward? No, he misses. Can Eric get something? No, not enough ball momentum. Can Matt do something? Nope, Skill Tech forces it away. So there has to be a reset, and they have to go from square one. Unfortunate, but that's the way the world works in Rocket League. Garrett gets stopped by Nooble. Matt trying to go for something. Very big aerial, but kind of a telegraphed angle for Skill Tech to save. Eric setting up for Matt, but Skill Tech seals it away. UMW has to book it back, but they do have the boost to do so. J-Love is off to the right. Unfortunate there from the Howard side. And Nooble saves it. It saves the goal attempt there from Matt. Matt tries to go for something else, pops it up. Skill Tech has it. UMW has to reset. Square one. J-Love is on the attempt. 3:20 on the clock, elapsing now. Bit overextended from Howard. Nooble trying to go for something, but it's still stolen away from Matt. As Eric forces the ball back to the Howard side. Matt's the only one on the UMW side. He gets a touch, though. J-Love and Skill Tech miss. Garrett does get demoed. Kind of open-looking goal, though. J-Love does save it as the ball is a little bit off to the left there. Matt keeps the ball on the Howard side. Garrett setting up to back up. Forces the ball away from Nooble as the ball sweeps to the other side of the field. And Eric is just patiently waiting there. A little bit too high. Nooble can't quite get it either. Oh my goodness, this is so tense. Garrett pushing forward, helping Eric. Skill Tech forces it back, though, and Matt is there to recover. Garrett possibly setting up for Eric, but J-Love forces it away and doesn't let Eric do anything. Oh, just a little bit off the side there. Clutch save from both Eric and Matt. Garrett kind of stopped in his attempt. 4 minutes 23 on the clock. Very clean save there from Eric. Could have hit the crossbar from Howard. Skill Tech trying to set up in the corner with Nooble's help, but Matt stops it. Garrett is helping out. Eric with the touch. We're getting close to another full game's worth of overtime just to get one goal. This is extremely interesting, and we haven't had this happen in our season yet. Very spicy stuff for only game 3. Skill Tech is hopping up in the air to get something, but Matt just kind of hits like a fly on the wall. Can Garrett get anything for Eric? No, he misses. And now they got to reset as Howard has possession. J-Love does fall away, doesn't get anything. And then Eric is easily able to steal it away from Nooble. What is going on here? It's 5:23 on the clock in overtime. Nothing in terms of goals to break it up. J-Love with possession. Garrett fighting it off. And Skill Tech misses, so Matt can have the ball. This looks very open, but it's a little bit high. Very clean cycling from both sides. Oh, and that was a great looking shot, but J-Love just blocks it out. Matt has it! 5:45 in overtime. He flies up the corner with a quick, tiny little acute angle here. just with the back wheel, flips it back and gets that third point, 5:45 in overtime, just to make UMW a 2-1. It is 2-1 now. Oh my gosh. Very, very insane stuff. And the series isn't even squared away yet. So, oh my gosh. Let's do one more. UMW's got to get one more for the 3-1. And Howard has to keep shutting them down. J-Love has been doing a lot of good work on their side, and so has the rest of the squad. But J-Love in particular has stood out to me with their work. Very quick and easy goal there. Set up by Matt. I believe he popped it up. Very quick boop there. And then a little bit of rebound for both Nooble and J-Love, and kind of a little bit of a self-goal there. 6-second goal in the game. Very good recovery from that Howard favorite kickoff. As Matt tries to set something up here, Skill Tech says no. And then Garrett can't quite get high enough, so that attempt is null and void. Nooble's still up. But no prime angle is set up for a goal just yet, as Garrett takes the ball back to the Howard side. Eric with an attempt there, but then no real backup, as I believe both Matt and Garrett had to reset for boost. And the ball, a little bit of a scrum there, but it does fall back to Howard, so they have to start at square one. Eric is keeping that momentum up, and so is Matt as the ball pops up. Can Matt get a good setup for Garrett, maybe? J-Love pushing it down. A little bit of an awkward roll there, but Eric is just chasing Skill Tech. But no one... Oh, unfort there. Skill Tech tries to set up J-Love, but J-Love isn't in the right spot. Good trying setup there from Matt and Eric, but J-Love and Skill Tech do force the ball back. A bit of an unfortunate missed double touch sort of situation. Ball is going to Howard now. It is 3:30 on the clock now, so this is a much slower game. Will it be as slow as the past one? Not quite sure. I won't say anything. Caster's curse. But Matt does have to reset now after a strong offensive touch. So does Eric. He's a bit left out high and dry. But Garrett and Matt are there to get the defense going. Advantageous touch there from Matt against Skill Tech, but J-Love does pick it back up. And then Eric says, no, can you get a goal from there? Ooh, just touches Nooble right before the demo, so the ball doesn't get any momentum. It was unfortunate. It almost went in. But we're going to keep it going. 2:35 on the clock now. Nooble trying to set up possibly J-Love. But it is a bit too high, and Matt does force it out. Nooble's going to try again. Garrett steals it. And Matt will force it over to the Howard side now. 2:20 on the clock. Just a little bit too high there on that rebound attempt for a goal. And Eric keeping it at the center before UMW does have to fall back. A little bit too far to the right. Eric tries to go again, but J-Love does get a good save. Howard possession. Very good defense. I think J-Love is a bit high there too. Skill Tech tries to get a touch there, but kind of loses out. Nooble trying to set up again. Garrett trying to force the ball back. Skill Tech will recover it though, as Matt does fall over to the Howard side. And Eric does slow the ball down a little bit. J-Love for another goal attempt, but Matt does deflect it very well. Very open looking here, but Skill Tech does reset just in time, as less than 90 seconds are on the clock with one up lead from the UMW squad. I will ask him if he can, but we haven't listened into comms all night. That would be hilarious if he did. Very clutch save. It was almost in for skill tech, but Matt was inside the goal and could push it aside. 1 minute left on the clock. Still UMW up. Eric has the ball, and skill tech is just too high. But Matt is there for defense, forces it over, and makes Nooble pick it up, but Nooble doesn't even really get a touch. Big boost there from Eric. Loving the stuff from chat here as Nooble unfortunately can't get another attempt. Matt's just been on a defense spree recently, and Jade Love gets a little bit of that going too. Garrett does take out skill tech. But Nooble ties it up with 17 seconds on the clock. So we might get another overtime situation. I just think Eric was a little too... I think they were all... Eric didn't boost up. Garrett was a bit too far away, and Matt was a little too high. So 17 seconds on the clock. Very neutral, scrummy sort of kickoff. It is very likely for the team to go into overtime, but no! Matt with the 9-second goal there. Let's see. Garrett flies up. And then Matt just kind of does a very Shamu-like tactic. If you know the orca from SeaWorld, he just kind of twists around, touches it with the car snoot, as I like to say it, and pushes it into the goal. As we have a very quick demo by Jade Love with 1 second on the clock, and that's how UMW is going to take the series 3-1 against the Howard Community College Dragons. GG's all around. Very fun stuff to see from everyone. Good stuff from the UMW A squad, and hopefully these vibes can stay for the LAN tournament that they're going to tomorrow. So that's sort of what's coming up next for our program. Both Rocket League squads, as I mentioned before, will be going to Virginia Coalition. What's the title of it? Collision on the Coast is what the tournament is. So they're going over to the Virginia Beach area, and they're going to be taking on other teams from the region, and we're going to hopefully keep people posted on how both squads do there, as they're going to have a very fun and long day ahead of them. But regardless, thank you everyone for coming in, tuning in. To all my fellow Eagles, I wish you a wonderful break. Rest up. See some family, have fun, and I'll see you all next time. This is Ximena Morgan signing out.